So today I'm going to teach you how to make your own incubator. My way, it's simple, but I took it from other people's ideas and I just put it in the way that I worked it out for me. But this is successful, and there's my little baby up there, so proven fact, it works. So want to start out is um, get your styrofoam box. This cost me $2-3 off my local grocery. It's pretty cheap, and it's used dirty from the crickets I had in here. So because I'm not gonna breed in here anymore, anyways. I mean, I'm incubating here anyway, so not really a big deal anymore. And for the leaf, you need a lid. So yeah, you don't need too much holes for this. Just make sure you have a small slit right here for the cord to come out and plug in for the heat tape, a heat mat. Excuse me. So that's basically it, really. And now what you need to do is first get yourself the supplies. Now what you need here is sand. I got bag and sand in there, but I don't really want to take that out. But this is sand. A dish. Now the sand is about 2 inches deep, or even more if you want to. I'll say the height you can go is about 4 inches or 3 inches. But thing is, I recommend 4 inches. Next, now you need a deli cup. Now for a deli cup, you just need to cut a hole in here. Now this is 16-ounce deli cup with vermiculite, 2 inches. I'm just meant to be exactly 2 inches, but I'll say go 3 inches in this one, or 2 inches. But make sure when you know, if you read the forums and information, the vermiculite must be damp enough when you squish it in your hand, it doesn't crumble, but it still holds the shape. But when you crumble it apart, then it crumbles apart. So yeah. But it's still, like, make sure it's not too wet where you squeeze the water comes out. That's too much. So you want to start over. And once you got vermiculite, you want to cut a hole inside the deli cup. I tape mine over because the humidity was getting too low apparently. So yeah. So now this is the hydrometer. Am I right? Hydrometer. Put it just in there. You wanna have a thermometer. Just put it also in there. And here's the eggshell from the first baby. So I just wanna have it in there for future reference here. So now you also need another heat, or not, another thermometer. So here's a digital one. It cost me about $5 from the local pet store. You can get this cheaper from Expos or any discount stores. Discount stores, any pet shops. But yeah, so digital one, and okay. But this will just give you an exact reading, and you just want to double check and things. So you want to put that right next to your egg. You just drop it in there, really. You don't want it in there, but you want it like in top of it, or yeah, just like that. The egg will be buried halfway through anyways. So now you got your sand and your vermiculite. Now you also need a heat mat. My heat mat is small right now because the one I use for the breeding is the big one, which is the medium one. So and I got the mini, but the mini works just as fine. So it's not a really big deal because they all really reach the same temperature for everything. So what you want to do, and also you can only control the heat by really by here. I'll show you later, but you put it in here. Okay, your wires right there, and heat mat goes right down there. So now we want put this here. Let me get you guys a top view of everything. Oh, alright. So now you got your heat mat in there. I'm gonna put some sand. Now, sometimes the temperature in there can get pretty hot. So the more sand you put in there, the less hotter it get. But that's just one way of putting it down. But sometimes even putting more sand will get it still too hot. So because in this enclosed styrofoam box with the lid on top, it gets at least 98. So it gets pretty hot in there. Make sure you want to do this before any breeding, before any incubating. You want to get started. So if it gets too hot, I got this bowl here, and I put that on top, and so here's how it look like. So I have it like that, and then I have it like that. This bowl right there would just make because it gets too hot in there, so I just put it in there, and that worked real fine for me. And I have this on top like that, and have the lid on top. Okay, that's basically it. You have your thermometer on top, reading temperature in there. You check it daily, spray it daily, and you have your heat tape running to the board. That's basically it, guys. So let's look. There's your foam, cooler box, and here is the vermiculite. Those are the two. Hey, so this is the two hydrometers and the thermometer, and that's basically all you need for this one. So there's the sand, and that would just regularly heat across the tank. Alright.